Good morning, or depending on you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, we're on week 3 of the Community Raid Hour. And would you believe it, the lovely folks at the Pokemon Company International have gone and given me a code for Pokken Tournament DX that we're going to be giving away on the stream today. Now, you know the deal with the Raid Hour, hopefully by now at least. We're going to be live. You can chat with me, you can come and raid with me and join in and take down some of these Pokemon with me, and at the end of the stream we're going to give away a code. I'm not promising a code every week, but like I say, Pokemon have decided to sponsor us this week, give us a code to use, so I thought, right, let's do this. Speaking of doing this, I think I need to just pop a couple of links around so that people actually know that they can come and watch us and join in and all of that good stuff. So, let's do that quickly. So, let's pop it out over Twitter. Thank you so much to those of you that are coming and joining in today. It is so much fun to do this. It is Earth Day, which means we're going to be using ground-type Pokemon. You should know which one I've gone for. Plus, it's on the screen and will be for the entirety of the stream. Let's make that picture a little bit bigger, though, because, you know, we love him. Okay, right. And in theory, that will work very nicely indeed. Now, I post this in the TCG group, which I feel a little bit mean doing, but seems right. Okay, so let's see. Is there anyone out there? Oh, we got 17 people. Yay! Hello, chat. I'm going to try. The setup I've got in here, it's a kind of a weird setup in that I'm sitting at a desk with my computer and the webcam and all, and then just over there, I've actually got a big TV in the corner with my Switch and my awesome Pokemon controller my wife got me for Christmas. So I've actually got the chat, like, directly in front of my stream. David Sims, you are absolutely correct. It is Mammothswine I'm using today. I know some of the other people doing the Community Raid Hour flick between Pokemon. They have their lovely team of Pokemon. I like to have one Pokemon and go the whole time. Now, what is especially cool with this stream, somebody gifted me, and if it was you, tell me in the chat, please. Somebody gifted me a Mammothswine at the end of last week's stream. Called Wassy the King. How cool is that? With really good stats, incidentally. So that is a Mammothswine that we're going to be using today. I'm not entirely sure it's got... I mean, the moves have got 2 ice moves, Thrash and Earthquake. Earthquake is not good in raids. It's a good Mammothswine generally. I don't know if it's a good Mammothswine in terms of moves for raiding. But if need be, we'll add on another ground-type move instead. Right, we need to find ourselves a raid. It is Community Raid Hour, not Community Run Around on your bike hour. So... let's hope we got a wishing piece or a star piece. Yeah. So let's throw in a wishing piece and get a raid going. So ladies and gentlemen, I am... where I actually am? Oh, no. Leave me alone, match up. David Sims. Thank you very much. Yes, I do remember. And it is, of course, a shiny Mammothswine. So I am kind of delighted. Right. We're not going to be using Earthquake much this stream. So we might as well use it at the beginning. So, yeah. So, I'm going to set it up. As always, if you want to add me as a friend, you're more than welcome to do so. I will add the friends as we go through. But on all of these, I will be... ooh. Well, that one looks like fun. And I'm going to set it up as a code. Oh, no. So, what we're going to do is... okay. Right, let's start this again. Is that Gigantamax Charizard? Am I going crazy? That might be. So, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a link code. The link code for everyone we do is going to be 4444. We're going to keep it nice and simple. So, there's a link code. So, if you're my friend, please come join. If you're not, please use a link code of 4444. I don't want to be playing with NPCs. And at the end of the day, right, we got 36 people in the chat and we've only been going for a couple of minutes. So hopefully we can fill up the things. By the end of the stream, hopefully it'll be like last week where there are so many people you're having a queue to get into the raid. I'm not terribly upset with that. But as it stands at the moment, no one's joining my raid. And I don't want to do this by myself. So yeah, come join my raid. Now, while we're waiting for people to come join, where are we going with this? Right. Wait for it. I'm there. Pokken Tournament DX. That's the game we're giving away at the end of the stream today. And incidentally, it is a giveaway. It's not a competition. There is nothing that you can do to increase your chances. There's nothing you need to do to enter. At some point during the stream, probably fairly near the end, I am going to pick a random person from the chat. All I ask is that if I pick you and you've already got Pokken Tournament, you let me know so we can then give it away to somebody else. I want to make sure we're not... Oh no, I'm an idiot. I'm doing exactly what I did last week. I've not connected to the internet. Man, I'm bad at this. We did it again. Okay. Now I'm connected to the internet. This is another one of the reasons I like streaming. You guys can tell me when I'm being really dumb. Right, so we've still got the link code of 4444. Now we're inviting. You've all seen where I am. You all know where to find me. Hey, Jens, I do remember you from week 1. So... just trying to make sure. Okay, now we are now connected. Okay, so my lovely friend Becca Coyce has come in with her Toxapack. We've got Gwest with Zacian, Adrian with Center Scorch. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take down what I believe is G-Max Charizard. Nice. Oh, I tell you what, the last 2 weeks I've sat down to do this stream. And I've sat down at 4 o'clock just in case there's any technical problems. 2 weeks ago, I had set everything up. Last week, I sat down and... I sat down at 4 o'clock, had an hour, and I just clicked everything on and it worked perfectly. This week, I sat down at 20 to 5 because I was like, look, it worked perfectly last week. And I clicked open OBS, the streaming software I use. It wasn't picking up my Switch. It wasn't picking up my webcam. Neither of them would even connect to my computer. And it was all going terribly wrong. I fixed this stream. I got it working at 4:58. Which is a little bit later than planned, but hey ho. Right, so I'm an Ice-type Pokemon with a... I think I'm going to be... Am I going to be thrashing? I think... I can use Ice Shard or Blizzard, I suppose. Let's go Blizzard. I'm not... Usually I like taking the first Dynamax, but I cannot in good conscience take a Dynamax against him. I will be giving out my friend code very shortly when I was waiting for the next raid. Oh my goodness. Now I should mention this is a 4-star raid. I don't believe it's a 5-star raid. Of course, G-Max Charizard isn't actually that sought after, purely because Charizard, you know, you get one as you go through the game. Yay, go Mamoswine. Remember, we are doing Earth Day today, so if you are joining in the stream and you are doing the raiding with me, it would be awesome if you could have a ground-type Pokemon or something else. I don't really care how it's related to Earth Day, just so long as it is. And apparently my children say hello. Hello, children. Although, just like last week, one of my children can't speak yet, so I'm assuming one of them did. Why would I bring Mamoswine? Because it's Earth Day. It's Earth Day, Morris Levy. Simple as that. It is Earth Day, and I'm using Mamoswine because it's my favourite ground-type Pokemon. I do have a lot of love for Donphan, but Donphan's not in Sword and Shield. And Mamoswine is going to be my Pokemon for the entire stream. No matter who we play against, no matter what Pokemon, I'm going Mamoswine the whole time. And I'm totally okay with that. There are 2 Mamoswine in here? Awesome. Multiple Mamoswine. Gotta love some Mamoswine. Alrighty then. That Charizard's going to go down. Now, last week we did fail one. It is Earth Day today. Today is literally Earth Day. Last week, we accidentally threw a Pokeball at a G-Max Duraludon, and that's the only one over both streams we haven't caught. But we have caught a couple G-Max Duraludon on the stream so far, so it's really not a huge deal. We're good. I am a Don fan, and I have used this joke before. My favourite of Sword and Shield, I prefer Sword, personally. I think there's good stuff about both of them. Sirfetch'd almost sold me on Sword, but it was the fighting type gym leader. Yay, name my Charizard. Name my Charizard. That's what really kind of struck me onto getting Sword. That's what did it. Cool. So, thank you very much, Jens. That's very kind of you to say. I tell you what, we will go, Ted. I am currently in the middle of binging How I Met Your Mother. So, Ted works. Sorry, Ted, you're going to the box. Good work, team. Good work. Right. So, we made that one ourselves. So, let's get my bike back out. And we can we go down there? Let's go. Let's go this way. Oh, we're taking the long way around, but I'm cool with that. We might see a raid on the way. Welder, Spyro, Flare Strike, Kiawe, Flint. I am loving the Pokemon-related fire names. Potbelly and Zeke. I weirdly like Zeke. I don't think we're ever going to beat Donna the... Oh, for goodness sake. Donna the Duraludon, but... Ooh. I don't want to fight this Steelix. I did pick Ted. I thought Ted was a good name. I like, when I'm editing videos, I like having TV on in the background, but it's got to be something I'm not paying too much attention to. Like, if it's a film I really want to watch, I wouldn't put it on while I'm editing videos, because really, I'm editing, and I've just got kind of TV on in the background. So I've just, this past week, started, week or two, I've started proper job binging How I Met Your Mother again. I love how it's such a good TV show. Really enjoying it. So I can name them all after them. No, I like the idea of you guys naming all my mons. I am taking the long way around. Come on, give me a den. It's weird how every week I always go in this direction. Hey ho. So anyway, we'll be giving away Pokken Tournament later on in the stream. Thank you very much to the Pokemon Company for providing the code. #sponsorship. And... it's got, like, that game has a proper job place in my heart. I adore that game. Because, I'm sure some of you know this, but if you don't, I actually did official commentary for that game at, was it 4 tournaments? I think 4 tournaments I provided official commentary for that game. There was UK and... No, there wasn't, sorry. There was Italian and German nationals. It was in 2016, the last year of national championships, first year of Pokken Tournament. I was unable to attend UK nationals because it was my brother's wedding. I kid you not, right? My wife told me I had to go. She was right, incidentally. But to this day, I am convinced that if my wife hadn't made me go, like if I was single, I'm sure I would have skipped my brother's wedding to go UK nationals. And I'm not saying that was a good idea or that I should have done that. But I'm fairly sure I would have. With the idea that, they would have forgiven me eventually. I don't know. Would you... Here's a question for the chat. If your brother skipped your wedding to go to a Pokemon tournament where they might have been able to commentate... I don't know if they wanted me to commentate, but I wasn't available, so it's a moot point. But there's a chance they would have wanted me. Would you forgive your brother under those situations? If I'd missed my brother's wedding, do you think he would have forgiven me? Let me know in the comment section. Ryan, that's a very nice thing for you to say. The kiddos are very nice. I am going to put my friend code in just a moment as I'm setting up this next raid. What we got? Oh, blob. Right, so let's set up the link code as 4444. And then we'll invite other people. And then while we're doing that, if somebody could write it in the chat, please, that would be awesome. So, my friend code is there on the screen. SW554904263890. Yes, I'm only 25 hours into Animal Crossing, but I'm getting there, ladies and gentlemen. I am getting there. Alex, I'd literally tell our kid to go. If my brother skipped my wedding, I would understand. Yeah, if anyone goes to Pokemon Worlds, has been confirmed to be in London again next year. And just to be clear, barring some unforeseen circumstance, I will be at the World Championships next year. Unless something goes wrong. That is going to happen. I will be there. I get a lot of questions from people, and the answer is, I don't know. Maybe I'll be invited to commentate. I'd like to be, but I have no idea. That's not my decision. Maybe I'll get an invite as a player, but honestly... But having 2 kids makes it very difficult to attend tournaments, so getting an invite as a player is extremely difficult. Thank you, Vescular Gold. Thank you, Alex Bailey, for popping my... Oh, one of you's mistyped that. Vescular, I think you put a 9 instead of an 8, but we got it in the chat twice, so that's awesome. Oh, it's a Greedent. So yeah, there's a good chance I'll be going along as a spectator, but I'm totally okay with that. So yeah, if you're at Worlds next year, I will be there. One of the coolest things about Pokken Tournament commentating for me was that at Italian and German Nationals, I was on both the Pokken Tournament and TCG team. And I still don't know how I got away with this, how I got so lucky, but I would literally be running between the streams. So I would be commentating a couple games of, the Pokemon TCG, and I'd jump out of the chair, run over to the Pokken Tournament area, sit on that stream for an hour or two, and then I'd run back and commentate TCG. At German Nationals, there was one day where I did 10 hours on stream. 10 hours on an official Pokemon stream. Nowadays, I have a whole different team for Pokken Tournament, and clearly, I am Team TCG. I adore Pokken Tournament. It is a phenomenal game. But if you ask me to pick between them, I'm Team TCG. And that shouldn't surprise anyone here. Am I going to do an unboxing video of the starter decks for the Digimon TCG? Yes. Yes, I am. I've got them on pre-order from Japan. I have no idea when they're going to get here. But I have got all 3 starter decks and the 6-card promo pack all on order. So, yeah, that's all happening. That's all on order. So, they'll be here. I've also got a friend who's got a friend in Japan who's hooking me up with the magazines that have the promos. If anyone's not into the Digimon TCG, that game looks fun. Officially, the starter decks are launched in Japan on Friday. It has not been confirmed for release outside of Japan, and yet the Facebook group's already got... I don't really care about this dude, he's getting a Pokeball. It's already got like almost 3,000 members, which is ridiculous. It is the most popular game on Wassy Plays, my second channel. It's strange. What is my favourite generation of Pokemon? I don't know. I've narrowed it down to my favourite 4 generations, if that helps. Do I play PTCGO? Yes, Melody, I play PTCGO a lot. On Friday, I'm going to get all my videos done today and tomorrow. Friday, I am taking a day off from making videos. I am going to watch the NFL draft. I am going to sort out my computer and all the folders and all of that. Oh, give me a nickname for Greedent. So I'm going to sort out my computer, getting everything in nice, neat files. I'm going to tidy my studio. And I'm going to make Excadrill, Alolan Ninetales, and Poltegeist on PTCGO and start testing some of these dumb single-prize decks. I don't expect them to be metagame breaking. I don't expect them to wreck the format. But I absolutely do expect that they should be very, very fun to play. So yeah, right, what names have we got? Squeaky, Chungy, Chunky Cheeks, Squirrel, Hey Sarah Chiara, Chunks or Chungus, Squirrel Nutkin. Or has anyone ever read those books? Because Squirrel Nutkin, right, 100% in the wrong. Like, seriously, I read that book and I'm just like, I know Squirrel Nutkin is the protagonist of this book, but he is completely, utterly in the wrong, like, the entire time. Okay, where are we going, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we going? Has anyone noticed I've taken like the same route through the wild area all 3 streams so far? As a side note, this is going to be a weekly thing. Cannot guarantee giveaways every week. That's important. Outside of that, in terms of me streaming and you chatting with me and you coming and raiding with me, that is going to be a weekly thing. We're going to do it every week, and I, for one, am quite excited. I've told my wife she's got it in her diary. Wednesday, 5 p.m. UK time. Oh, I love Excadrill. So excited to make an Excadrill deck. To be fair, ground is my favourite type in the game. Not for any particular kind of reason, but when I look at ground Pokemon, Mamoswine's in my top 5 Pokemon. Really? Donphan's in my top 5 Pokemon. I love Excadrill. So, in terms of favourite typing, like, it's ground by a bit of a mile. I adore ground Pokemon. I got tagged in that, oh man, I run out of wishing pieces. Oh, that sucks. I thought I'd stocked up. Well, I did stock up, but then I used them all. Right. We need to find one that's already going on then. Is there a way to use Gmail? I'm confused. What do you want to use Gmail for? I have a Gmail. It's just ptcgradio@gmail.com. But my Gmail, I don't really use very often. It's one of those things I signed up for, but I don't really use it very much. Right, there seem to be no raids already going on, and I'm out of wishing pieces. Do I get wishing pieces by going to the excavation dudes? Hey, 10 of beans. Thank you, dude. Because I can't see any raids going on, and I'm out of wishing pieces. And without without raids, this is just community hour, and that's a little bit rubbish. Right. I wonder. Okay. Let's join in with here. Oh. I thought I was going to join one then. Come on, someone start some raids. Excadrill is ground steel. In the TCG, Excadrill is usually a fighting type. You do get Metal Excadrill occasionally, or, you know, steel as they would be in the VG. But it's quite rare. There was one that had Omega Barrage, which, am I too late for this one? Oh. Right, how do I get wishing pieces? Do I need to go to those dudes that go hunting for stuff? Is that where I go? Because as it stands at the moment, I can't see no raids going on. So many Pokemon to dodge. No! Oh, we did it. We did it. We got round Lanoon. So, yeah. So, oh, I completely lost my train of thought. I was rambling about something and it's gone. Hey-ho. Going back to my favourite generation, obviously I adore Gen 1. I've got a lot of love for Gen 5. Gen 5 is when I got back into Pokemon and never left. I was kind of dipping in and out from kind of Gen 2 to Gen 4, but it was Gen 5 where I really got back into Pokemon and never left. So yeah, that's, the white guys in tracksuits. Oh, I can buy them from white dudes in tracksuits. You're right. Okay, let's go do that in a minute. Dig for me. Yeah. So I love Gen 5, but I also got super into Gen 7, and I'm currently loving Gen 8. So yeah, I have no idea if I got a wishing piece there. Let's check. Nope. Right, let's go find the white dudes in tracksuits then. Go get ourselves some wishing pieces. Find ourselves a raid along the way. Reginald, I love that you're watching the stream. It is super cool of you that are watching the stream. Seriously, all of you that join in, watch the stream, raid with me, whatever it might be. Right. I wonder, can I join? Oh, no, because Toby's locked it. Man, I want to get a raid going, but it doesn't seem like there's any to join. I don't think it's going to let me do it. No, I'm too late for all of them. Hey-ho. I think you might have to start a raid if that's all right. Why are there no raids going on? It's community raid hour. There should be raids all over the place. Right. Now, I never use the dudes in tracksuits. But if I remember correctly... No, not there. There should be some just over the bridge. Because we are largely... no. What are you doing? I got plenty of gym badges, mate. I got lots of gym badges. Hey, it's a pile of swine. Hey, pile of swine. Ah, ha, ha, ha. There's some. Oh, unless they're campsites. I always get bamboozled by campsites. Right. Can you sound me a wishing piece? Right. How many watts do I have? Let's just get 10 of them. Right. We're good. Let's go raid. Now I'll be able to find as many raids as I like. Right, so we're right in front of that tracksuit dude. Come raid with me, ladies and gentlemen. Come raid with me. I would like to save my adventure so far. Ah, Stevie Thunders, thank you very, very much for the tip. Right. Ooh, that looks like Indeedee to me. And it's one of them their special raids. So, come raid me, ladies and gentlemen. Least favourite set in the Pokemon TCG? Ooh. I don't know. That's an excellent question. I couldn't tell you. I'm too excited. When was the last time I battled the Frontier Brain? A while ago, ladies and gentlemen. It was a while ago. 5-star Flygon raid. Oh, I'm too late now. I've started this one. It would be mean to go away. Do I have Shiny Charizard GX from Hidden Fates? I do, Wendy. Yes, I went and I got a Mewtwo pin collection from the Pokemon Center in London. That was another thing Pokemon hooked me up with, which was amazing. And I pulled a Shiny Charizard from that. I keep meaning to do something with that, like get it graded or something, but I've yet to actually do anything with it. Oh, that was so much fun. I enjoyed that so much. That was a good opening. Thank you very much. That's a very kind thing for you to say. And yeah, and I got to go to Pokemon Center, and I got to go on the preview day, the day before it opened, and I didn't have to... Yeah, I didn't have to queue or any of that. It was... And I know how lucky I am. I also did get to play the water gym from Sword and Shield. That was my first exposure to the game. And again, I just wandered upstairs. And I did have to queue, but only because I wanted to play on a TV screen rather than a Switch Lite. I could have gone straight in and used the Switch Lite. Hey-ho. Right. Okay, we're back to it, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to it. So yeah, Pokken Tournament, going back to that, I've got such fond memories. And they've got real Pokken Tournament commentators now who are proper, like, fighting game dudes. But oh my word, I love that game. That was a pre-order purchase for me on the Wii U and on Switch. And what's kind of funny is, like, all the Wii U games that I've then got on the Switch, I've traded in. So I traded in my Lego City Undercover. I traded in my Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I traded in my new Super Mario Brothers. I've traded them all in. The one I couldn't bring myself to trade in was Pokken Tournament. And at the time, the trade-in value was quite high. But I couldn't do it. I could not trade in Pokken Tournament because that was a disc. And there were days, right, preparing for those commentary events, there were days I would literally sit down 6 o'clock in the evening, because this was pre-children. I would sit down at 6 in the evening, and I would play Pokken Tournament till like 2 in the morning. Now, I played it very differently to a lot of people. For me, it was an obscene amount of time in the training mode, because I wasn't the analyst. I was the color commentator. I was a play-by-play guy. I was telling you what was happening. I wasn't doing a deep analysis. So for me, it was learning the names of the moves and making sure I was proficient with all the characters rather than really trying to get my skill up so I could reliably win online. So yeah, that was, oh my goodness, I love that game. I still jump in here and there. Let's go. I've used a great ball on the stream here. Let's use a great ball. Yeah, I thought I had some great balls. Although 33 is a good number. Now I don't have 33 anymore, and that's a little bit sad. Baba Double, yes I do. We did it last week and it was fun. David Sims, how do you join the raid? You either, right, so you add me as a friend, and you can either pick it up using the code 4444, or you can just come and follow me on the stream and come to where I am. So yeah. Okay, so here's a question for the chat, and I don't know how much traction we're going to get, but anyone in the chat, if you've played Pokken Tournament, no matter how much you've played it, whether you own it, etc. If you've played... name it. If you have played Pokken Tournament, who is your main? Who is your favourite character? For me, it's Chandelure. It started off as Garchomp, but I suck as Garchomp. Chandelure is my favourite, although I do have a soft spot for Garchomp and Chandelure. Oh, and I added Empoleon. Weirdly enough, and this is embarrassing to say... Yeah, Billy Murphy, first-party Nintendo games very, very rarely drop below RRP. They don't get particularly cheap ever. But I've got, yeah, a lot of love for Pokken Tournament, a lot of love for Gardevoir, for Garchomp, and for Chandelure. Empoleon, I never got the DLC. I never bought the DLC with Aegislash and Blastoise. I need to rectify that soon. Kadabro. Oh, if anyone makes me chuckle with the names, that's definitely going as the name. Okay. Blaziken. Oh, Blaziken's fun. Sceptile. I enjoy playing a Sceptile. Sceptile's one I've had a lot of fun with. Sizzle's one of the later ones added. Scizor and Darkrai and Krogunk. They were fun. Gardevoir, Garchomp, I love Garchomp so much. The first kind of few hours of that game, all I did was just play Garchomp. But the problem is, playing against the computer on the higher difficulties, I could not win as Garchomp. The funny thing was, I can play that game on hard and smash the computer as Chandelure, but it's with cheap range tactics. I'm not kind of... The thing with Chandelure is, I need to start training on that game, and I need to start playing it without using ranged attacks, without any zoning. Oh, stupid camps! I always think they're raids and then they're smoke from the camps, and it makes me so sad. Right, there's a raid. Come join with me. Could I ask, please, that anyone who has already joined a raid, if you hang back for a minute or two and join in if we've got some spaces, let some people that haven't had a chance to raid yet get in on the raid. Oh. Wait, the 5-star Flygon raid. I might have to quit this and do the 5-star Flygon raid. I'm sorry. We'll do this raid in a minute. You've not been forgotten. But, where's the 5-star Flygon raid? How do I find it? How do I find the Flygon raid? Seriously, how do I find the Flygon raid? That's Charizard, that's Goodra, that's Duraludon. It's like, who's that Pokemon? That was Wassy, I'll get back to him in a moment. Oh, I don't know how to find it. Never mind. No, if you joined a raid last week, but you haven't this week, join in. I'm just talking to people who haven't. Oh, for goodness sake! I'm talking to people who have been in on a raid this week. If you went on last week or the week before, but not this week, come on in, get in a raid. I don't want you coming for a whole stream and not raiding with me if you're able to raid. Press X, it loads more. Oh no! I promise you, we're gonna do this raid. It is gonna happen. Right. That's okay. Oh, that's my boy Copperaja. That's Copperaja. Ooh. I don't know Tom's link code. Oh, I want to do that raid. I don't have that G-Max. There's Seismitoad. I can't see Flygon. Hitmonchan. I can't find it, people. I can't find Flygon. Am I planning on streaming PTCGO anytime soon? Yes. Yes, I am. My goal is... let's just do this raid. The code's 4444. So, my plan is... IZSM, that is not true. I want 4 people in every raid. I just want to make sure that we don't have some people in like 17 raids while other people are missing out. So I'm just saying, if you've been in a raid, hang back, join the raid, but only if it's still got spaces after a moment or two. Oh, accept the friend request. Right, let's do that. Okay, so that should be rolling, and while you guys are joining, let's answer some friend requests, shall we? Thank you very much for the reminder. 11 friend requests. Let's add a bunch, shall we? Problem is, whenever I add friends on here, I always get kind of in, like 175 hours of Pokemon Sword. I haven't played that much. I get kind of intimidated. 125 hours on Pokemon. Was that Sword or Shield? Whichever one it was. Shield. Gigantamax Snom. Oh, man, I love G-Max Snom. Snom's amazing. 115 hours. I'm up to, like, I think 80 over both games. I've not done as much as I should. Right. The code, as always, is 4444. Like I say, I'm adding everyone as friends, and then we'll be good to go. And if anyone else wants to add me as a friend, please do so. 875 hours of Fortnite. I don't have that. Maybe that's just me. Right. We'll add some more friends as we're waiting for the next raid. Oh, we need one more person. Someone join in. We need one more person for the raid, ladies and gentlemen. Right. 600 hours! Yowza! You guys are better than me at this. Well. At least you played more than I. Okay, now I think that's all the friend requests accepted. Okay, right. Does that mean we've got a 4th person in the raid now? Oh, man! Where's the 4th person? Quick, someone join, someone join! Ah, don't make it the first raid where we don't have a full complement of people. The code is 4444. Okay, I think we're just going to have to start. Sad. My account name is just PTCGRadio. Simple as that. Oh no! What's happened? What happened? That was weird. Okay. That was very strange. Right, sorry guys, we're going to have to start this raid up again. My apologies. Ah, there we go. Oh, it's a very fiery raid this time. Oh, one of my friends messaged me on Facebook asking me to come join a Pukumuku raid, and I didn't see the message. Sad face. Come on, Sonichi, let's do this. What is my friend code? David Sims, you should. Have you added me as a friend on Switch, David Sims? Because if you have, you should be able to just kind of come on down and just join in the raid with me. Otherwise, you should be able to find me on there and add in 4444. Sunichi and your Arcanine, let's do this. Yes. Alrighty then. But yeah, so like I say, my plan is I'm working hard today, I'm working hard tomorrow. Friday, my plan is to do no video. No, that's a lie. There should be 2 new Digimon cards revealed on their Twitter. I'll do a video about those 2. Outside of that, I'm planning on not really doing any video making Friday. I'm going to stick on the NFL draft. I'm going to sort out my computer files into folders. I'm going to sort my studio, and I'm going to make decks on PTCGO. I am hoping to do 2 or 3 streams on PTCGO next week. That is my goal. I am hoping to start streaming, and it will be just take a deck and go play. It will be, I'm going to play Excadrill for an hour or 2. I'm going to play Alolan Ninetales for an hour or 2, etc. Maybe even turn it into a bit of a kind of deck building clinic, where I'm playing along, and you guys are all in the chat with me suggesting how to make the deck better. But that is absolutely something I plan to do. Take that, Gloom. Yeah, this Gloom ain't got nothing against us. Have I ever been to an NFL game in Europe? Yes, I have. I went to the Detroit Lions, have been over twice. I went to both their games. The first game was an absolute classic. They, at half-time, and bearing in mind, I live quite far from London. So actually at the time I lived an hour train ride away from London. But I was with my now wife at the time. We'd been together for like 3 or 4 months. It's a good story, actually. So I invited her up to London. And I was working at the time, and I was living on my own, and I was a proper teacher. It was the richest I've ever been in my life. I look back on it now, and I can't believe how rich I was at the time. Didn't feel it at the time. In hindsight, oh my goodness, I was loaded. Comparatively. Now I have 2 children and a mortgage. Things ain't the same. So the Lions are playing the Falcons. And so I buy a pair of tickets, and I talk to my then girlfriend, now wife. She trains up to London to meet me, and we've only been together for like 4 months. So I'm doing the pro move at this stage, right? And Sarah Chiara, brilliant, love it. So I invite my wife up, then girlfriend, and I go to pro move. I actually book a room at the Four Seasons. And now, what we did, we went to Canary Wharf. Nice little tip for you. Canary Wharf is the business district. So what I basically did was I booked at the weekend in the business district, because whereas most hotels get cheap during the week and expensive at the weekend, in the business district, they're expensive in the week and cheap at the weekend. So I booked the Four Seasons at Canary Wharf, and I book it well in advance, and I book it when it's quiet and all of that. Get a really good deal. And I send him an email before I'm going. Hey, my wife and I have been together for a year. Shh, that was a lie. And tell me what to name it. Name that Gloom. Name that Gloom. And yeah, so I send him an email saying, it's our anniversary. We're really excited, blah, blah, blah. And when we get there, they've upgraded us. They've moved us a couple floors up. And they give us this amazing room with an overview of the River Thames. And there's this beautiful kind of window area with just a giant window where you can just sit in the window and look out over the River Thames. It was amazing. And when we got there was a dessert on the table in the room, and they drizzled happy anniversary in chocolate sauce around the plate. We'd been together for like 4 months. Don't tell anyone. No, that's a lie. It was 8 months. It was 8 months we'd been together. Gloom. But it was still, it still was not a year. So that was really cool. And the Four Seasons really looked after us. They were lovely. And then we went to the game. What was kind of funny, when we got there, they were like, hey, do you want a glass of Prosecco? And although I don't really drink Prosecco, but I know my wife does. And my wife was like, nope. Because then my wife said, right, we've just got to the Four Seasons. It's Prosecco. It's the Four Seasons. It's going to be very expensive. So she's like, nope, we're not buying that. And I'm trying to find a way to tell my wife, like, no, it's complimentary because it's our anniversary. And my wife's like, don't want it. And I'm like, no, well, let's have a glass. She's like, nope, don't want it. And I'm like, seriously? She's like, no, I don't want a glass of Prosecco. And I'm trying to tell him, we get up to the room, and I'm like, you realize the Prosecco was free, right? She's like, why didn't you make me have the Prosecco? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. We tried. And then we go to the game. And halftime, and bearing in mind, my wife's travelled up on kind of like a 7-hour train. I've travelled down. We've got this whole weekend in London. Halftime, it is 21-0 to the Falcons. The Lions are getting absolutely destroyed. Egg. Oh, is that a G-Max Garboda? I've not had one of those yet. Sweet. I need this Pokemon. I need to get this good dude. So yeah, so it's 21-0. And then, I kid you not, it's 21-19, end of the game, and the Lions have a field goal as time expires to win the game. They go for the kick, they miss it, but it's a false start penalty. I don't know how strongly you guys follow football, but a false start penalty means a play never happened. You can't turn it down. You've got to re-kick it. They re-kick, they make the kick, and they win 22-21 on a last-minute field goal. So good. And then the next year they played the Chiefs and got beaten it's something like 42-10. They lost by a large margin. And something that was ridiculous, right? I'm at Wembley Stadium. I'm watching a live NFL game. And some woman in front of me turns around and goes, can you please keep the noise down? Because I'm shouting and cheering for the Lions. Because I am a proper Lions fan. I'm not just kind of there to... Because when you go to the European NFL games, when you go to the NFL games in London, there are an awful lot of NFL fans that will just go to any game. I am a genuinely big Lions fan. So I went there as an obsessive Lions fan, and there's some woman at a live NFL game at Wembley Stadium telling me to keep the noise down. She was also eating sandwiches out of a lunchbox and didn't stand up for the entire game. I don't know why she was there, honestly. I have no idea why she even bothered turning up. But hey-ho. Is Pokemon Sword and Shield worth it? I would recommend it. I would seriously recommend these games. I adore them. I like the story. I love the world. I love the wild area. I love the new Pokemon. I think they are brilliantly designed games. And I understand the criticisms. People don't like their favourite Pokemon being left out. Honestly, I was amazed Mamoswine made the cut. Donphan didn't. I'd love to play as Donphan in the game, but I can't. But you know what? Doesn't really matter. Really doesn't matter. I have read every single book in my house. Might be time to buy some more books. I tell you what, everybody is talking about all this extra time they've got with the lockdown. I don't have that. I'm running 2 YouTube channels. I've got 2 children under the age of 2. on an average day, right, I'll get up and I'll look after the kids for a bit while, my wife has bath and gets ready for the day. I'll come and work for most of the day, and I'll pop in and out to go and speak to, and, go and see me kids and play with them and all that. I'll work till kind of 4 in the afternoon, take the kids out for a walk for an hour, maybe do an hour of work between 5 and 6, and then it's, get the kids fed and bathed and ready and into bed, and then it's kind of 8 in the evening, I'll sit down, and that's when I can start watching films, playing video games, etc. So, I'm going to come to the Flygon raid. I promise you I'm going to try and figure this out. So, I'm not getting this whole boredom thing. And at the moment, right... Oh, okay, here's a question. Oh, name my Garboda. Name my Garboda. But here's a question for the chat. No. Name the Garboda, then we'll get to questions. I got my G-Max Garboda. I'm so excited. I didn't have one of these. Wendy, I really hope that was a suggestion for a name and not just an insult you're throwing at me. Because that's just mean. For anyone that missed it in the chat, Wendy just typed, "You're trash." Oh. Hot trash, junkyard, junkie, garbotoxin, junkie. What we got? Garby, trash bag, smelly tub, garbage chomp, garby, junkie, chump, trashalanch. Hello, peoples. Hey, Turbo Flareon. Flaming hot garbage, junk golem, stinky, piece of trash, junkie, global warming. Trash catch 'em. Let's do it. Right. Trash catch 'em. So, my question for the chat. What video games are you guys playing at the moment? Oh, no. Right. We can do this. We just have to get rid of the space. I like that. Right, let's see if we can find this Flygon raid, shall we? Okay, so there's a Lotad, there's a Volplume, there's a Sudowoodo, there's a Kingler. I can't see it. I can't see the Flygon raid. How do I find the Flygon raid? Carol Baskins. The raid will be over in 10 minutes. I'm afraid I've still got to edit a video I made about some new Keyforge cards. And I'm finishing up my video about the secret rares from, what's the new set called? Explosive Walker. Over in Japan. I've made a video about the secret rares. I've held it for a little while. Ah ha ha ha! Oh, what's the link code? What's the link code? Right, I've got the raid. What's the code? Hopefully you'll pop the code in a moment. Any chance you set the code to 4444? Oh, you did? Awesome. Cool. Oh, man, I want this Flygon now. 2,800 hours on PTCGO. That's pretty awesome. So at the moment, I'm actually playing a bunch of games. So on my Switch, I'm currently playing Animal Crossing. And I'm playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Loving that game. I've also just started playing the Lord of the Rings adventure card game. Yeah, digital card games. Oh, thank you, Lynx. Is anyone else going to join us? That's all right, Vascular Gold. Join raid if you don't. Don't if you don't. That, join if you want to. Don't if you don't. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, I would love... I've got a boxed copy of Pokemon Snap. That's how much I love Pokemon Snap. Come on, people in the chat. Join the Flygon raid. So, yeah. So, that's what I'm currently playing on my Switch. I've just started playing through Uncharted 4 on my PS4 after putting in a lot of hours into Horizon Zero Dawn. I love Horizon Zero Dawn, incidentally. I just did my second playthrough. I did all the story missions. I did all the DLC. I did all the side quests I could find. All of the cauldrons. All of the bandit camps. All of the tool necks. All of the corruption zones. I didn't do all of the collectibles. And I didn't do all of the errands. But I basically did everything else. So yeah. Oh, I love that game. So I've moved on to Uncharted 4. So at the moment, I'm kind of flicking between Uncharted 4, Animal Crossing, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and the Lord of the Rings adventure card game, and Marvel Champions as a physical game. Today, I'm very, very happy. My copy of it's actually downstairs, I can't show you, but the Black Widow Hero Pack, I got it in the post today, so I've now got my Black Widow Hero Pack, so that's one thing I'm going to be doing this evening. I'm going to be playing Marvel Champions with my Black Widow Hero Pack, and I'm a little bit excited about that. Have I got Pokemon Masters? I've never played it. I'm kind of fundamentally opposed to mobile games. I didn't ask what Pokemon Snap is. I love Pokemon Snap. I have got a box copy of it on the N64. Pokemon Snap is my jam. I would love a sequel to Pokemon Snap. Heck, I would be delighted if they just put it in HD graph. No, to be fair, right, even if they didn't HD it up, I give you my word right now. If they put Pokemon Snap on the Switch today, I would go and buy Pokemon Snap on the Switch today. Okay, so we are going with a couple of NPCs. Will we be able to take down the Flygon? Oh, the good news is I've got Blizzard and Ice Shard, so... yeah, let's get Blizzard. Let's get Blizzard. Do I have the DLC? The DLC for Sword and Shield, you mean? Honestly, no, I don't have the DLC for Sword and Shield. It's not out yet. I found a website I can get the code for it for 20 quid. I will get it. I will definitely get it day one. I just don't feel the need to get it early, if I'm honest with you. Yeah. I will get it, and I will play it day one. I'm hopefully going to try and stream it. I just don't have any real inkling to do so yet. Incidentally, the reason I couldn't stream Pokemon Sword and Shield was because they basically came out around the time my son was born. So, a bit harsh. So yeah, it just wasn't doable. I love Pokemon Snap. I adore Pokemon Snap. Such a fun game. Brian, I have not given away the code yet. I will be giving the code away very shortly. It is a code for Pokemon Tournament DX on the Switch. Given to me by the Pokemon Company International, hashtag sponsored. I should mention it is a European code, but remember, you can make a European profile on the Switch. You do not have to pay for it. You do not have to even put in a credit card. You can just make an American profile. Incidentally, you should all make an American and you should all have an American, Japanese, and European profile on the Switch because you can go and download demos and redeem codes and all sorts on there. It is hard to add a card if it's not your region, I'll give you that. But once you've downloaded a game, it's there no matter what profile you sign in on. So yeah. Has anyone, me and a couple of my friends the other day, I didn't even know this was a thing. We went on Animal Crossing and we went to my friend's island and we played hide and seek in Animal Crossing. Yeah, my mammoth swine fainted. Incidentally, that is my first fainting in 3 weeks. I have no regrets. No regrets. I mean, I wish my mammoth swine hadn't fainted, but yeah. I'm not picking the best Pokemon for the raids. I'm picking one Pokemon for my stream and going for it. That's why there is a Mamoswine on my border there. That's not a coincidence. Simple as that. Yeah, in terms of the code, like I've said, it does have to be completely random. There's all kinds of rules for competitions. It is a random giveaway. You're not allowed to fight, but you can cheer, Wassy. You can cheer. Do I think Mareep and Breloom is actually good? I think it's fun and it's worth having a go with. I can't tell you it's going to be amazing, but I do think it's definitely worth a test. But on my testing list, it's below like Excadrill, Alolan Ninetales. There's a Flygon EX deck I really want to have a play with. There is one of my supporters on Patreon, patreon.com/PTCGRadio. And there's a dude over there who's made a Flygon EX list that he is convinced smashes Zacian ADP. Have I met people with autism? Yes, I have a couple of close friends who have autism or who are autistic. And as a teacher, I have taught a number of autistic students over the years. It's something I'm very familiar with. So no, I know quite a few people who have autism. I have no other real comment, but I mean, as a teacher, we receive lots of training about, how to make sure we are giving the best opportunities to people with any kind of additional learning needs. But certainly I've taught quite a few of, students over the years who have autism. And yeah, I have nothing else really to add to that. But to answer your question, yes. Yes, I have. Do I like Smash? Oh, I like Smash. Yeah, got Smash, played Smash, smashed it, you could say. My account name on Switch is PTCGRadio, probably. Oh, name my Flygon. And I think with that Flygon raid, we are going to have to bring an end to the raiding because there's still quite a lot of work to be done. Oh no! I've just realised, because you guys are on a bit of a delay, so I post in the chat, name him, so that you don't have to wait for me to say it, but then I'm giving away that I caught him. Am I still a teacher? I do, well, not at the moment because all the schools are closed, but I do supply teaching. So now my passion and my priority is very much content creation, but I do still do supply teaching on average 3 days a week when the schools are open. Right, we might need a random number generator here, but we can do that, that's okay. We can use that. Right, so let's go to the chat. What am I naming him? Fly Guy, Flynn, Bygone, Dargon, Zacian Killer, Dingo. Oh, let's do it. I love these. Oh, no, I don't want it all capitals. I love these community raid hours. I legitimately look forward to them. I have to change the walk I do with my children because we usually walk kind of 4:30 till 5:15. So we have to be careful with that. Have I ever been recognised? At Pokemon tournaments, I get recognised a lot. Outside of that, occasionally, but not very often. Okay, right. So we need to pick somebody to give a Pokken tournament code, don't we? Okay. It is definitely Pokken tournament, isn't it? Yeah, Pokemon Tournament DX on the Switch. I'm assuming it's a European code. But like I've said, you can open it. You can just make another account and open it. So, let's do this, shall we? I've asked my wife for a number. She's not looking. Even though I ask her for a number at the same time every week. So, let's figure out roughly how many people we have in the chat at the moment. And then let's get a number going on. Okay, so I asked my wife to give me a number. She said 76. There aren't 76 people in the chat. That's not going to work. Okay, I think she's seen a letter. Okay, so let's see. Jens Kukushka. Jens Kukushka. If you want the Pokken Tournament DX code, it is yours. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, it has to be completely random. Oh, and someone's chucked a Hidden Fates code into the chat as well. That's really, really nice. So, Jens Kukushka, if you want the code, let me know, so that I can send you the code. We got two options. You win, Jens. You absolutely do. So, you can email me at ptcgradio@hotmail.co.uk, or you can put your email in the chat, and I will email you the code in a few minutes' time. You did it! You won the completely random giveaway draw. But I need you to confirm you want the game, and I need you to either send me an email or give me an email address. I don't care which one, to be honest with you. And if you haven't played the game, do enjoy it. It is a fun old game. It really, really is. Oh, no. Ooh, apparently we've got a little bit of buffering going on, which is a little bit sad. Right, Jens wants the code, so I will coordinate with him. Jens, you need to either give me an email address or email me at ptcgradio@hotmail.co.uk. Thomas Johnson, tell me what your channel's called. I should go and have a look in a moment. If anyone else wants to email me incidentally, please feel free to do so. My emails are open. If you want to email, say hi, do it. Be fun. So yeah, Jens, I need an email either from you or for you. i.e. give me an email. Hey, beware. Either give me an email to send to or email me. I will hook you up with the code. If you do so very quick. Oh, there we go. Right. By the way, I know you guys are on a delay, so I know I'm asking you, not hearing it straight away. Jens, hopefully within about the next 5 minutes, you shall get yourself a code. Apologies to all the people that didn't win. I know it's sad, but, you know, giving away actual Switch games on the stream still gives me a bit of a rush. One more shout out to the Pokemon Company International for being awesome, awesome people and providing the codes. That is really cool of them to do. They're just supporting the community raid hour. And shout out to the lovely Joe from Cerebi.net for setting this up. And to you guys for joining in. Seriously, everyone that came along, chatted, joined in, raided, you guys are awesome. Anyone that sent me a friend request, I will get to them shortly. Thanks for watching. Look after yourselves till next time. My name's Ross, and you've been watching live PTCG Radio. Same time next week.